Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
September 28, 2020, the Gregor Samsa edition. Who is Gregor Samsa, you might ask? Well, I hope you've read Kafka, The Metamorphosis, and if you haven't, I would suggest you take the week and read it. It's a short story. It's about a man who turns into a cockroach. And unfortunately, we had Google turning into cockroaches as the New York Times presents the story of how a blogger who attacked Google was then attacked by people in the company. They went on a harassment campaign against them. They did DOD attacks. They did physical surveillance. They attacked their homes. And these people are now all under indictment. There are 6 people who were former Google employees who worked in global security and reliance. The scheme they set up was roachish, completely malevolent, and remarkably inept, full of daft assumptions about the part of eBay, about a plot that eBay claims they didn't know exist. But it also stands as a warning on how easily tech companies can feel aggrieved and the mayhem that may occur. So a very important lesson for compliance practitioners. Illegal actions don't just happen when people pay bribes. They can happen in a wide variety of other areas. So I hope people are paying attention to this story. Next up, what is the future of travel in 2020 and beyond? Barron takes a look at that as the world continues to battle COVID-19. Many of us long to safely travel again, some not so much like working from home. But it's going to be interesting to see how this pause in travel has offered us the chance to reevaluate where we go from here. Do we do a proper reset and make a travel sustainable comeback, or will travel kind of fall by the wayside of the movie theater? Next up, the Washington Post reports on yet more corruption by the Trump administration. This was in the order by a chief judge of the Montana Federal Court, which ousted William Penley as the top official at the Bureau of Land Management. It also probably will invalidate a wide range of decisions he took up. He'd been serving as a BLM's acting director, although Trump never sent his name to the Senate for confirmation. Once again, Trump trying to avoid the rules, bend the rules, and cheat on the rules. And this time he got caught, just like every other time with the Trump administration. The gang who couldn't shoot straight. And finally, as I'm recording this, TikTok is awaiting a judge's ruling on whether the U.S. can ban downloads. By the time you read or listen to this, we may have a ruling, and if so, I'll update the Daily Compliance News. But Federal Judge Carl Nichols of the U.S. District Court in Washington said that he would decide by the end of Sunday whether the Trump administration could go through, whether there's actually enough security concerns to warrant what their actions are. The Trump administration has taken a decidedly non-free market approach and a very central planning approach, with Trump being the central planner. Of course, his idiocy has destroyed many U.S. businesses. It's destroyed many U.S. family farms, and he doesn't seem to understand that there are consequences from his actions, which he, of course, is unaware because he doesn't listen to anyone, and he can't read 3 sentences together. So it's going to be interesting to see what the federal judge rules. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.